Mehryn, happy Friday.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Welcome to the fastest 10 minutes of Microsoft Teams Rooms news. Mehryn, you know what next week is? It's Infocomm, Mehryn. Infocomm is next week. Infocomm is the AV trade show in the U.S. Everybody will be going. Well, I shouldn't say that, Mehryn. Not everybody will be going, but we got something special for you to do it at Infocomm next week as well. But Mehryn, before Infocomm, have you signed up for the Modern Work Go-to-Market pre-day yet?
Of course I have. I've actually gotten a preview to the whole day and the agenda, and I've seen behind the scenes what's happening, and there's a lot to be excited about. We as Teams Rooms are already a part of Modern Work. If you're not familiar, we're a part of Converged Communications as a sales play, and generally that includes phone, but I'm excited to see it's touching some new areas next year. So that is a do not miss. There's some really nice new offers coming to market. So make sure you grab that link. We'll make sure we send them after the show, but it's a do not miss. And that's the day before Inspire.
Yeah, and Mehryn, this is an important event to actually attend. This is where we get what we're going to be doing for the year. So you wonder, how did Mehryn and Jimmy get here this year and everything else? Well, it starts with that pre-day, and that pre-day is very, very important for our partners to sort of attend. Also important, Mehryn, you can't talk about Teams without talking about Teams. This is a total economic impact report about Teams. Teams is unbelievably beneficial to our customers. We talk about it all the time. Do more with less, and Teams has exploded inside of organizations.
Yeah, and if you're not familiar with the TEI report, we actually do this on all functions of our business. So not only Teams, but we have a report for Rooms that will be actually updated in the next couple of weeks, same for phone, and there's actually a TEI calculator. So if you're having a conversation with your customer about finding budget, this is actually a really wonderful way to show them the return on that investment and what kind of money it saves them for things like consolidating platforms or just having meetings that actually work and are more productive. So really good study. If you've not seen it, just search TEI Microsoft and you'll find all kinds of goodness there.
Really great study to show the impact of Teams itself, even in Teams Rooms, everything that happens around it. Also, Mehryn, happening July 1st. I've seen people say there's license changes. This is not a license change. This is an enforcement that's happening on July 1st. And everybody needs to know about this. Every single partner, every single customer, because what we don't want is people to come in on July 1st and say, hey, wait a second. My Teams Room that was working yesterday is not working. What's happening? Well, I can tell you what's happening. We started enforcing the license, Mehryn.
Yep, we started talking about this 2 years ago, actually. So if you have not heard about this and you're just hearing about it now, you got some catching up to do, but we want to make sure that it's not like a day before or a week before. You got to make that move now, especially now everybody's getting into the summertime mode, going on vacations. This is a conversation that you do not want to procrastinate on, because that's the worst case scenario, is the thing doesn't work. Yeah,
and I'm not saying that you need budget to do it. There's a license out there that you can apply, but it's a device license. That's what we're enforcing. You need a device license on a device. So there's a whole bunch of things out there. There's a whole bunch of collateral. If you haven't seen it in Message Center, if you haven't seen it in the blog post, if you haven't seen it on Teams Friday or selling Microsoft Teams Rooms, we have been talking about this for a long time. So make sure you reply to your customers. Make sure you're checking on them. Make sure that they know as well. Also, Mehryn, we know that hybrid meetings are here to stay. How do we get the most out of it? This was a great blog post that actually came out about little tips and tricks. You and I do them all the time, but not everybody understands exactly what we mean when we talk about it.
Yeah, and I think for partners, this is a really great resource. When we talk about installing Teams Rooms, it is not about the hardware. It's about the meeting and the value that you're providing and the services that you're putting around that. It's a very, very valuable service to provide adoption and training on how to get the most out of your meetings. So this is a long form PowerPoint deck, but then there's also a great, I think it's the next slide, handout that walks you through before, during, and after tips and tricks. Like Jimmy said prior to this, if you just take one learning out of this whole deck, that's a great value that you're providing to your customers. So make sure you leverage these resources, build them into a service plan. I think it's a very good resource that I actually got some new learnings out of too. You know, we talk about this all day, every day, but there's some nice tips in there.
Yeah, Mehryn, 100%. We know that part of the expand motion that our partners do, Adoption is a key part of this. And here, we made the adoption plan for you. Make sure that you're using this. This is a PowerPoint deck at the end of that blog post. But not only that, we give you a one-pager. At the very least, laminate this, put it inside of a Teams room. Maybe, like I said, people already know this, but even if one person benefits from this, that's the one person that may be the loudest person in the organization that says, hey, I don't know what to do about this meeting or during the meeting or after the meeting. So great resource, great things inside of there. Also, Mehryn, we can't go a Friday without talking about AI, Microsoft's AI customer commitments. This was a great blog post as well, taking away some of the fear of AI and some of the things that people have been in the news and really bombarded with.
Yeah, and AI, I mean, we talk about it every single week. It is a real conversation. There is not hype here. It's being embedded into everything that we do. And this is probably the foundation of the conversation, basically. It's our commitment. It's our dedication to security as the fabric of everything that we do. So that is a really important announcement that actually just came out yesterday. So make sure you check it out.
My 2 cents here. Hi. CoPilot, 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 CoPilot.
Yeah.
Right?
Behind the scenes. Love it. Thank you.
Also on the Roadmap Watch, we talked about licenses, Mehryn. The shared device license will be able to be put on a mobile app for Android. This is an interesting one. Not sure exactly where this is going, but interesting that it sort of showed up on the roadmap, the public roadmap, starting August 23rd. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, shared device license. I mean, the amount of devices that we're using that are applying that are awesome. Upcoming events.
Our friends at Jabra have an awesome opportunity to win some Microsoft certified devices at their booth. Our friend Josh will be doing booth tours. He did this slide. Thank you, Jabra, for making Mehryn and my life easy and sending us the slide, because that's what we like to do, is actually promote everything that our partners are doing. So this is a great chance. Make sure, Mehryn, if you're going to Infocomm, that you actually stop by the Jabra booth.
I'm actually going to be doing a live session with Josh on Thursday of next week, and we'll get to that in a minute. But Infocomm is very exciting, right?
Infocomm is next week. Make sure that you're up to date on everything. And you know what, Mehryn? Since I'm not going, why don't we introduce, instead of AI, why don't we introduce JI? Yeah. I want everybody that's going to Infocomm to hashtag my CoPilot. Help me navigate Infocomm from here in New Jersey. Be my CoPilot. Use my CoPilot. Call it out. Say, where is Jimmy? Well, Jimmy's my CoPilot. Jimmy's here, and he's going to help me understand everything at Infocomm. And what we'll do next week, Mehryn, is we'll try to wrap up some of the things that people hashtag, some of the things that people do. But again, since I'm not going, I really want to be there. I want to feel like I'm there. Help me navigate it from afar.
Awesome. Well, you will be greatly missed. Microsoft will not have a booth actually at Infocomm, but I'll share on the next slide where we're going to be showing up. But not only in a lot of other people's booths, but we will be presenting in a lot of different places. We're on a lot of different panel discussions with Avixa. We're showing up in different booths. We're doing fireside chats. So look out for Microsoft. We'll be all over the event. And I'm going to be posting a blog. Many thanks to those of you that are in the chat. You might have saw my LinkedIn post earlier this week and last week. 24 booths and counting, where we will be showing up. I've got all the latest and greatest details, and that should be your guide. If you're out there to go see Teams rooms, you've got a long list of places to go look. And for the most part, my biggest excitement is around signature spaces. The amount of things that the ecosystem is doing around that are fantastic. So very exciting long list, and I think it will keep growing. So
yeah, I'm excited to see everything that's coming in Infocomm. Mehryn and everybody that's going, I hope you have a great week down there. I hope everybody in the community has a great week. Remember, let's use that hashtag my CoPilot, and let's make sure that I can see everything from here. Mehryn, Michelle, Michael, everybody in the community, have a great weekend. Have a great week. And we'll see you next Friday at 9 a.m. every single week. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.